Welcome to the Family Sports Trivia Podcast. We are your hosts, Joanna
and Theo.
We are a mom and son duo who love playing games and trivia with the rest of our family, dad and son duo, Chad and Russell. Each episode format will consist of 2 rounds of sports trivia, and you can follow along at home or in the car. Let's get to it.
This episode is all about college basketball. Each year, the men and women play in a big tournament known as March Madness. Today, we will test our contestants on the bracket format and the best schools to have competed.
For this episode, our contestants will alternate questions, and we encourage those of you following along to either play adult vs. kid or combine your powers to try to beat our contestants' total scores.
The first round has questions worth 1 point each, and the second round has questions worth 2 points each.
Today's contestants are Dad Chad and son Russell. As you can imagine, our family competes for the best bracket each year in March Madness. Both of them give into the madness, and we watch as many games as possible when school and work don't get in the way. The contestants were given the theme ahead of time, and we hope that they have prepared enough for this episode.
Daddy, how did you prepare for this episode?
I read a little bit on Wikipedia.
Russell, how did you prepare for this episode?
I looked stuff up on Safari.
Well, hopefully that's enough. In round 1, each player will receive 5 questions, and each question will be worth 1 point each. Our first question is for Chad. How many teams currently compete in the main March Madness tournament field? Is it A, 64, B, 65, C, 68, or D, 72?
That is C68.
That's correct. There are 4 playing games called the First Four with 8 teams, and the winners of those games go on to compete in the 64-team tournament. Question 2 is for Russell. What type of tournament format is March Madness? Is it A, double elimination, B, round robin, C, single elimination, or D, best of 7?
It's C, right?
Yes, that's correct. C, single elimination. In this type of tournament, half of the teams get cut. If you don't win your game, you go home. Question 3 is for Chad. Which city traditionally hosts the Final Four? Is it A, New York, B, Los Angeles, C, Chicago, or D, a rotating host city?
Oh, you got me there. Because you named cities, and it's a rotating host city.
That's correct. Each year, the Final Four moves to a different major city. Question 4 is for Russell. What is the term for when a lower seed beats a higher seed? Is it A, a flip, B, an upset, C, a shock, or D, a reversal?
What was it? B? Upset?
That's correct. While it may be a shock, we typically call this sort of win an upset because the higher seeded team is expected to win. Question 5 is for Chad. Chad, which women's program has won the most national championships? Is it A, Tennessee, B, Baylor, C, UConn, or D, Stanford?
Well, that's easy. That's UConn.
That's correct. As of 2026, UConn has won 12 national championships. Question 6 is for Russell. Which of these is not the name of one of the rounds during March Madness? Is it A, the Final Four, B, the Elite Eight, C, the Sweet 16, or D, the Mighty 32?
The Mighty 32?
That's correct, the Mighty 32. I made that term up, but I do think that it sounds like it should be part of the tournament. Question 7 is for Chad. Which UConn player won 4 consecutive national championships from 2013 to 2016? Is it A, Breanna Stewart, B, Maya Moore, C, Diana Taurasi, or D, Tina Charles?
That's tough. I think it's B, Maya Moore.
That is incorrect. Maya Moore is a little earlier. Breanna Stewart was the one who won all 4 years from 2013 to 2014. She was also named Final Four Most Outstanding Player all 4 years. Question 8 is for Russell. Russell, what is a Cinderella team? Is it A, a team from California, B, a defending champion, C, a lower seeded team that makes a surprising run, or D, an undefeated team?
C.
That's correct. A Cinderella team is a lower seeded team that makes a surprising run. In 2022, St. Peter's Peacocks men's basketball became the first 15 seed to reach the Elite Eight, and they were considered a Cinderella team. Question 9 goes to Chad. Who was the head coach when Syracuse won the 2003 national championship? Was it A, Rick Pitino, B, Jim Boeheim, C, Roy Williams, or D, Tom Izzo?
That would be B, Jim Boeheim.
That's correct. I threw you a softball there. Jim Boeheim coached Syracuse for nearly 5 decades and was famous for his 2-3 zone defense. And question 10 goes to Russell. Russell, which recent superstar broke NCAA scoring records in 2024? Was it A, Juju Watkins, B, Caitlin Clark, C, Brittany Griner, or D, Paige Buckers?
Is it B?
That's correct. Caitlin Clark. She's the all-time leading scorer in NCAA women's basketball history with 3,951 points. She also leads in three-point shots made and points per game. Along with many other women elevating the game of basketball, Caitlin Clark has really brought in a lot more fans to invest in the sport at all levels. Theo, what is the score after round 1?
Daddy has 4 and Russell has 5.
All right, families at home and in the car, what was your score? Did you beat Chad and Russell? Before we get into round 2, our next segment is called the Sports Stat Corner, where we explain a sports stat related to our episode. Today, we are going to get into bracket math. If you've never filled out a March Madness bracket, you totally should, because it makes watching the game so much more fun. All you need to do is pick the team that you think will win the game, and keep going until you pick the winner. After the first 4 games, we have 64 teams in the bracket. In the first round, there are 32 games, and for each matchup, there are 2 options for the winner. That means in the first round alone, there are 2 to the 32 ways to fill out a bracket just for the first round. 2 to the power of 32 is already over 4 billion. Over the course of the tournament, there are 63 total games because each game eliminates 1 team and we need 1 winner. That means there are a total of 2 to the 63rd power different ways to fill out the bracket. It works out to over 9 quintillion possibilities. Although the teams are seeded and the better team is supposed to win, it never works out perfectly. So you have to be able to predict or guess where the upsets will be. The biggest upsets are called bracket busters because they ruin a lot of brackets all at once. For example, in 2022, the final perfect brackets were busted when 11-seeded Iowa State beat the 6-seeded LSU. It's always a good time to challenge your family to see who can have the most correct picks during March Madness. Join us next episode for our next Sports Stat Corner.
Welcome back!
Round 2 will also have 5 questions for each contestant, and each question will be worth 2 points each.
As a reminder, the score is Daddy has 4 and Russell has 5.
Question 1 is for Chad. Which player hit the shot in 1992 to send Duke to the Final Four? Was it A, Kyrie Irving, B, Christian Laettner, C, Grant Hill, or D, Tim Duncan?
That would be B, Christian Laettner.
That's correct. Christian Laettner was the star player of Duke that helped his team win back-to-back championships in 1991 and 1992. He was the only collegiate player who played for the USA Olympic team in 1992, known as the Dream Team, before being drafted in the NBA by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Question 2 is for Russell. Michael Jordan won a national championship while playing for which school? Was it A, Duke, B, Kentucky, C, North Carolina, or D, Kansas?
I forgot. Is it B?
Nope, it is not B. It is North Carolina, UNC. Michael Jordan hit the game-winning shot of the 1982 championship game. Question 3 is for Chad. UConn won back-to-back championships in men's basketball in 2024 and 2025. Previous to UConn, who was the last team to achieve back-to-back wins? Is it A, UCLA, B, Florida, C, Cincinnati, or D, Kentucky?
Was it Florida?
That's correct. Florida won back-to-back championships back in 2006 and 2007. Question 4 is for Russell. Russell, which school has won the most men's national championships? Is it A, Duke, B, Kentucky, C, North Carolina, or D, UCLA?
North Carolina?
That is incorrect. The correct answer is D, UCLA. As of 2026, they have 11 championships. Question 5 is for Chad. Who coached UCLA during its dominant championship run in the 1960s and 70s? Is it A, Mike Krzyzewski, B, Roy Williams, C, John Wooden, or D, Dean Smith?
That would be the great John Wooden.
That's correct. John Wooden won 10 championships in 12 years, one of the greatest dynasties in sports history. Question 6 is for Russell. Which women's team completed a perfect 38-0 season to win the 2012 national championship? Was it A, Baylor, B, Notre Dame, C, Stanford, or D, Tennessee?
Tennessee?
That's incorrect. The answer is A, Baylor. The Baylor Lady Bears basketball team was led by Brittany Griner and dominated that season from start to finish. Question 7 is for Chad. In what year did a 16 seed beat a 1 seed for the first time in a men's tournament? Was it A, 2012, B, 2018, C, 2023, or D, never?
Oh, I know this was Virginia. They lost, and I cannot remember if it was 2012 or 2018. Sometimes these years run together, and I'm getting old. I'm gonna guess it was a 2012.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is 2018. You did have that Virginia was the number one seed. They lost to UMBC in a massive 74-54 blowout. Since then, only one other time has a 16 seed beat a number one seed, and that was FDU over Purdue in 2023. Question 8 is for Russell. How many perfect brackets have ever been officially verified through the entire tournament? Is it A, 1, B, 3, C, more than 10, or D, 0?
Zero?
That's correct, 0. The odds are so incredibly small, about 1 in 9 quintillion, that billionaire Warren Buffett offered $1 billion to anyone who made a perfect bracket, and no one could cash in. Question 9, this is for Chad. Chad, what song plays over tournament highlights after the championship game? Is it A, We Are the Champions, B, Final Countdown, C, One Shining Moment, or D, March On?
That would be C, One Shining Moment, where they show the montage of all the highlights from the tournament and cutting down of the net and end of the March Madness tournament.
That is correct. And I really wasn't sure if this was a round 1 or round 2 type question, but you really impressed me with that. Yeah, this song has been part of the tradition since 1987. And our final question is for Russell. Russell, what is the lowest seed ever to reach the men's Final Four? Is it A, 13, B, 12, C, 11, or D, 10?
C.
That's correct. C, 11. Nice guess there. Multiple 11 seeds have made the Final Four, most recently by NC State in 2024. All right, thank you to our contestants, and we hope we've gotten everybody excited for a little bit of March Madness this year. Theo, what was the final score?
Daddy has 12 and Russell has 9.
Very good. All right, that was pretty close. Until next episode, Chad will have bragging rights in our home. And I actually had a really fun lightning round if we ended up in a tie, so too bad we didn't get to do it. Thank you all for joining us, and we hope you'll tune in for our next episode.
Bye!